We're back. Hello, you two. Who's that? Oh.
I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all.
So that's what the delicious smell is. I hate that. I hate all these colors. I hate all these colors. Please just get him back to being blonde. Greetings, my dear fellows. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes?
Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. It turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application.
Oh my.
Pray, tell me, what of our water friend? Have you garnered some new information? Oh, yes. Something very surprising, in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't. But still, we discovered that... Sholmes!
Oh, Sholmes! Oh my god, Gina, hi.
Drop everything, Sholmes! This is more important!
But, Gina, before you talk to me, I just want to see what this says. Chief Water Daily Vigil is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Yeah, he wasn't getting paid. Aiding and abetting, they escaped from this prison of convict just prior to his execution. Okay. Details of the escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with his inquiries will be expected. Aiding and abetting the escape from this prison of convict. Right, of Genshin. So he helped Genshin go free. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the conviction's incarceration. It's believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiations with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. My goodness. Okay. Alright, what do you want, Gina? Gina! Oh, is this about Gregson?
I can't, Adam and Eve it!
Adam and Eve it?
Why did she cry? What's happened?
Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever. She's crying! This is not the time for your stupid-ass jokes.
It's the boss.
What do you mean? Inspector Gregson? He's leaving. Wait, didn't he say he was gonna take you with...
The boss is... He's...
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's dead.
He's not. No, he's not. Shut up.
What?
He's not. No, he's not.
They just found his body. Shut... With a pistol.
He's not dead.
What?
He's not dead.
But... Inspector Gregson?
He was murdered? He's not dead.
No, not Gregsy.
He's not dead. Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. Shouldn't we be going somewhere? He's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. We did this with Cosmo. You can't kill Luigi. That's not possible.
Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was... He was really shot?
He's not...
I don't know much about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene.
He's not dead. Where did this take place?
A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street.
He's not dead. The outskirts of town. Nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then.
The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss was... He was so good to me. I know I ain't done much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective.
He's not dead. I don't believe you.
Oh, Ginny.
There's no way they would kill off Luigi, especially since they said he was gonna be sent off to France. Is this a cover-up? So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
They caught him already.
Already? Well, is it gonna turn out to be Vigil? They've caught the shooter so soon. Surely not.
A witness reported something was going on. and the boys got straight down there and took care of him. Oh, what awful person did this? I still can't believe it myself.
Wait. She doesn't know who Vigil is, right? Surely it's not. You're not gonna say Cosmo or fucking Van Zieks, right? Surely not. That's stupid.
Gina? It was the Reaper.
Oh, then it definitely didn't happen then. It's definitely not him. He's not dead.
Wait a minute. You don't mean they've arrested Lord Van Zieks for it? That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss.
No.
No, Lord Van Zieks.
No. Something's this is a frame. This is a setup. This is a cover up or something. It can't be. Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? Is Brock Van Zieks the police have arrested? It's not.
I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses. They all saying it was him.
It's not him. It can't be. I don't believe it.
So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses?
All paid, all saw something different.
They heard the gunshots apparently. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss. And that Reaper bloke in the room.
But there's no way Lord Van Zieks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
He's not dead. The fact that we aren't seeing anything, it can't be. Oh, Gina's crying is so sad. Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Oh, well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come out as soon as you can. You've gotta help.
Oh, Gina. I mean, it can't be true. It can't be real. There's no way they would kill Luigi. It's a detective's lot to appear whenever some sinister plot is involved. Little wonder why we all look haggard. Sometimes, these things are almost too much for the nerves. Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming? How could I let this happen to Gregson? Gregson is not dead. We gotta go and see with our eyes. He's not dead. I don't believe it. Like, this is, like, literally don't believe it. You know what, Cosma? I had to fake it because I was spoiled. But Luigi, he can't be dead. He's not dead. I said, Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later, then. Miss Vigil, who? Inspector Gregson, dead? Lord Van Zieks arrested.
No, Susie! I've called you a hansom. It's waiting outside.
Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Susato?
Yes.
Luigi's not dead. I refuse to believe it. This is an instance where, like, I haven't been spoiled. I refuse to believe it. No. No. We have to go to prison, I'm guessing, first? We have to talk to Zeeks before we talk to... Before we go to the crime scene. I refuse to believe... Nope. They say they heard the gunshots, and they say only those two were in the room, wherever it was. That means it was done from somewhere else. It's just another one of those instances of a closed room murder, whatever it is. This happened before. It'll be someone else. Vigil's gonna pop up or something, I don't know. It's not Ziggs! And Gregson is not dead! I refuse to believe it. There he is. Lord Van Zieks behind bars.
So it's true. He really was arrested.
He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zieks. Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be, with the last person on Earth I'd like to see. We're friends, stop it! I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
Hey, no.
Do you know how many things we've done with Gregson? You know it. You think we're not gonna care about our friend Luigi? Even though he's clearly not dead? But I know he's not dead. He can't be dead.
Forgive me, Lord Van Zieks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're in debt to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please.
There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case?
This? The yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with the suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance.
Oh, who might that be?
Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Harebrain. Didn't he go back to Germany or something?
Of course, yes. I keep forgetting that they went to the same university.
I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? Aw, I'd like to read my letter from my best friend. What is it you want to know?
Fucking tell us everything, you dumb bitch! Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zieks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow.
Because he's expecting us to help him, right? Probably.
Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zieks? What happened?
How much do you already know?
We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street. And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room, and that some witnesses heard the gunshot.
And you're well informed. There's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
Is this like another Edgeworth thing? I'm suddenly reminded of Edgeworth on the boat. But the gunshot! Obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise. However, before I had the chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So he doesn't actually know what happened. Wait, so he heard the gunshot and then, like, immediately the police were already there? There was no traveling? If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with?
I don't need to answer that. Oh, we're gonna find out.
Oh!
After all, you're not representing me.
You're gonna ask me, you're gonna be on your fucking knees asking me because no one else is gonna do it for you. He's gonna need a lawyer though. It gonna be me. Who's going to be representing you in court, Lord Van Zieks?
Me, bitch? Anyone other than you, I should imagine. Why? Fuck you.
Huh?
It's gonna have to be me. Ain't no one care about you.
Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as of yet?
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, so you only got me.
But this is different. In my career, all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole. Barge pole? Whatever.
But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that.
What does he mean by that? You're not gonna die. We're not gonna let you die. We're gonna find out what happened. Come on. Have faith in us.
After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. It's a letter to inform me of a safe arrival at home. I arranged his passes by sea and rail.
Right, because you were like, get this boy fucking out of here before something happens to him. We need him safe. You need him alive.
It's a relief, I must say. He should be now beyond the reaches of the Reaper.
Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad. You mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your stupid little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
So Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry. Well, bring out the wine and let's wet it then. Come on, ask me to represent you. There was a 2-second silence, that's all. Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. I was wondering, Lord Van Zieks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you. Come on, you knew we were gonna say it. You trust me, do you? Yes, I do. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. Especially not Luigi. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly. It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one. You're gonna have to fucking start trusting in me. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you Nipponese. But please, not all Nipponese are bad. I'm different. I have no intention of engaging your services. The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time. Oh, Edward flashbacks. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zieks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. I still will not believe that he's dead. I don't believe it. I will not believe it. Unless I see a dead-ass body with blood and his eyes drooping or whatever, I won't believe it. Is that a picture of Vigil? See, his body's not here. He's not dead. His body's not here. He's not dead. Nope. It's a cover-up. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden rented old room is where it happened then. There's a red wig on the floor.
So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life.
Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I won't believe it. I'm not gonna shed any tears because I don't believe it. I know he's alive. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations are taking him elsewhere. Oh my god!
Oi! What do you think you're doing there? Every one of them drawers is gonna be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked. Don't forget to look inside the chimney stack, too. Blimey! Ain't your luck never gone outside the house looking for dough when the owners are out of town?
Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt.
Oh, so you've turned up at last. Mind you, I ain't been here long myself.
Hello again, Gina.
Sholmes only just left. You're lucky you missed that. You went prancing around in here, pointing at stuff and flickering that on this and that, and then scarpered, whatever. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, didn't stop to say no one, not even me.
Gina, would you mind if we investigated too?
Listen, Hodo. You're a lawyer, right?
Yes? Why?
Well, you're not thinking of trying to up that Reaper bloke, are ya?
Oh, poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever. What trial? I mean, like, I'm assuming it's her trial, but it wasn't the Reaper's fault. Oh, wait. That guy ended up being burned to death. But that wasn't Reaper's fault. I guess they assume it is.
Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Zieks really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Otto! Get investigating. I want to know about the truth about what really happened here.
Thank you, Gina. Hold up. First things first. This is a picture of the vigil lady, is it not? Vieri... What was her name again? Court record? Evier.
Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of the Inspector Gregson's family members.
What? Oh, what's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head.
They are! Look, Mr. Naruhodo! Quickly!
Yeah. Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Man, shut up!
Of course she's familiar! We met her only this morning! It's Mrs. Vigil! Stupid dumb idiot. This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here?
Because Mr. Vigil has been hiding out in here. To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped.
I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either.
Court record. Let me inspect that. There's no inspecting it. I wanted to spin it. No, I thought there was gonna be something hiding in it. Frick. All right, let's do a lot of investigating. So, Mr. Vigil. Homeboy here was hiding out here. They were probably up to nefarious. Maybe it's not the guy that was arrested, the redhead guy. I mean, maybe that's someone different. But he was hiding out in here. What the hell? He was hiding out in here, up to no good, or whatever. And Gregson came in probably on like a hot tip or something, and they got into an argument. I don't know where he got shot from, but an empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it?
It's thick with dust. It's thick with dust. Look, I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time.
In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather.
Or nobody lived here at all, and merely visited when the occasion rose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely.
No, that's right. It's one or the other. What's this? Oh, they're not pictures? What am I pointing at here? A chair? Excuse me. Oh, it's him. Ah, Inspector. Oh, sir. Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Oh, poor guy.
This looks like some sort of notice board or something.
And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper.
Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, look!
This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it?
These are case notes here, and details of prison inmates.
Yes. In fact, there are all sorts of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room?
Some old newspaper cuttings. And this one here.
Oh yes, the advertisement you mean. To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing here?
Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in for some reason.
They're about to join. They needed that Monet. Look at that wig. I'll do that later. Is there blood on there? The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. I can't. It's not blood? Okay.
Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind. Look!
Is there? I actually can't see it on my screen. I suppose of a bullet that hit it.
It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body.
Well, don't say that. Ugh. Now that the wax on the wall looks like blood to me. The candelabrum has been entered in the court record. What's the difference between a candelabra and a candelabrum? Is a brum the one that attaches to a wall, maybe? From the wall of the room in Fresno Street where the inspector was found dead. The top of the candles appeared to have been blown off. Shattered windows. Gunshot probably came through there. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore.
Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does at least still let in some light, so you could say...
You can say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. Well, it's fine. He's doing well now in Japan. It's all good. What's he staring at? Excuse me. If you're looking down on us from the gray beyond, Inspector, don't worry. We'll look after things at the yard. Aww. I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. Everyone respected the inspector, but you're not looking at anything in particular, right? There's nothing here? Okay, let's go ahead and look at the crime scene itself then. Or talk to this guy. Excuse me. Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir. Oh. Right. Perhaps I'd better leave you to your work then. It's okay. We'll find out. It's good. We'll find out that he's very much alive and he's not dead. I won't believe it. This is presumably the murder weapon then. This gun has a key, has a ring on the bottom? Is it like a keychain?
Oh my! It is real, I suppose?
I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. I really know very little about them.
There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruhodo. Fire a shot!
No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer just to ask someone who might know, I think.
Can I examine it?
You would examine it. Did guns always have a ring around it like this? To attach it to your keys? I suppose this must have been the murder weapon.
Oh my. It is real, I suppose?
I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. Oh, no, I've already seen this. Perhaps someone more familiar. Okay, I need to talk to someone about this first before I can investigate more on this thing. Since the kids don't know anything about it. I'm gonna stare down the barrel of the gun. Wow. Alright. Investigate. Oh wait, can I investigate this? No. Anything worth noting? Mm-hmm. I guess there's not like you can really move it since it's attached to a wall, but... There's some black marks here. Look.
Yes, they look like some sort of scorch marks.
So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems.
Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them.
Something else to investigate on this, right? Okay. So... we're thinking that was it lit and then shot, maybe? Because why would it have... unless it was shot really close range? But that can't be right. It's a little toy here. Oh, what's this?
It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way.
Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson?
It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zeeks playing with something like this.
It's only about 8 centimeters tall. It could have fallen out someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case.
Yes, I agree. It's rather delightful after all, in a way.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute little trinket. Let me look at it. Nothing of note? Not even a thing of note?
The helmet of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for wear.
I'm not convinced about the charming part. But yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if somebody has enjoyed twisting it around and around for fun. There's something hidden in there! Open it! Shall we try twisting it around and around too? For fun? Yeah, open it! What's that?
It appears to be some sort of key.
But it's tiny though. It couldn't be a key for a door. Not at that size. What is this for, I wonder? A key. A key, eh? To open what, I wonder? This looks like some sort of key.
Yes, it does. A very tiny and simple key.
What's a little key doing inside a figurine of a policeman in the first place? Is it coming out of it? And what's it for? Oh no. I thought it was coming out from his crotch, but it's not quite. Alright. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Look at the wig. Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off of this thing.
Oh, funnily enough, neither can I.
It's a hairpiece, isn't it? Something about it looks so anime. I feel like, does that make sense? We're playing an anime game, but like everything's all 3D rendered, and this is just like a 2D piece.
It is! A bright red hairpiece.
And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it?
And it's such a flame-colored red, too.
Yes, it's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it?
Exactly. This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it.
It presumably belonged to Gregson. I don't think so. I think it was Vigil. Is Vigil the one that said... Oops, wrong button. Is Vigil the one that's dead? It's just weird rotating a wig around like this. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looked like.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruhodo. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you?
I'm not sure that's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use a lot of bird lime to keep it in place in your head. Bird lime? What is bird lime? So it doesn't get blown off in a gust of wind, I mean. Bird lime?
That may be a little inconvenient when you wanted to take it off again, don't you think?
Is bird lime like glue or something? Is bird lime glue before they decided to use horses for glue? Dude, how do you make glue? They talk about horses and stuff, but like, what do? You don't melt a horse. That'd be weird. Is it like horse hair? Maybe it's best if I don't think about it. Alright, body time. Or rather, the outline of a body. It's like a little turtle. So I suppose this is where the victim...
That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away.
It's not him. It's not him. And it would probably be under Dr. Sid's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. From the shape of the rope,
it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
I know it's just a rope, but, well, conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that blood stain next to it.
Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality.
Sato-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. Is there anything else to inspect on the floor? Nothing in the drawers? Okay. Let me talk to Gina then. Let me show her the gun. Now don't shoot the gun at her, but show her the gun. Gina, what do you make of this?
What is that, evidence? Oh, she don't know anything about guns. Okay, I guess I won't show it to you. You ain't been long enough in the job to know what a fucking gun is.
Oh, okay, she's under distress. What if I show you this? Gina? Okay, she doesn't know about she doesn't care about the key. What about the wig? Gina, do you know anything about Gregson wearing wigs? I feel like you should know it, but apparently you don't. Okay, what about the candelabrum? Blah 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 blah. What about this? Nothing? Nothing? Come on, Gina, help me out. Do you care about this?
Oh, here you go. She said something. Oh, that business. Yeah. Inspector Lestrade's as soon as that one buttoned up.
What? I thought it was Mr. Sholmes who led that pair into a trap, wasn't it?
Listen, Otto. It ain't easy going from East End Dive to Scotland Yard Detective, right? But anyway, it's all part of the charm, isn't it? Being a bit loose with the truth when it helps.
That's wrong for so many reasons.
Maybe I should get Iris to write stories about me. The Adventures of Inspector Lestrade.
What are you talking about? Oh, that was like nothing. That was just fluff. Anything to talk about? Oh, everything to talk about. Did I talk to you? Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place?
That's what I want to know. It's what? Half a year since I got out of the clink. That's when I decided to give up me diving and become a detective instead.
Oh yes, Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he?
Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But it turns out, he's a bit of a legend at the yard.
Goodness, really? That's what everyone here is so sad.
They say he managed to solve some really tricky case. Just like that.
He did?
Yep, and ever since then, started going on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows what half the cases he's working on, apparently.
What? You're making him sound sus as hell. That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this?
I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all. And look where that landed him.
Respect for the Reaper? In what way?
I heard him say as much. I take my hat off that fella. Where's words?
Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper. One second. Huh? What? Do I have Gregson on here? I do. I was about to say, like, surely he's not, right? Can you imagine? Like, Visual and Grayson the same person? Nah, this one's more fleshed out. Nah. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, the boss said that's exactly why he respected the bloke.
I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in quite such high regard.
He said something else to me and all. That I didn't need to worry about the Reaper. Cause he only goes after people who are bad. It did kinda set my mind at ease when he said that.
Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here?
Apparently it's been rented by some cove called Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone.
Or I don't know, whatever. Sort of a here today, gone tomorrow name, that isn't it?
Yeah, it's what we call an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him.
I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever.
Right? All the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation. But there's so little here, no one knew what to do with themselves. I do wonder.
Yes, Mr. Susato?
Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself?
What? How could that be?
Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his.
I'd never even considered that.
Nice work, Suze! We're actually following a line of inquiry like that ourselves.
You are?
If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it.
We should really investigate this place in detail. I did. Am I gonna have to, like, present everything to her now that we've said that?
I see that's where the poor inspector was found. Over there. Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet what did him in. Apparently the bullet went right through him and struck that candle tree on the wall.
Oh yes, it's blown off one of the candles apart completely. Why was that one candle now burnt?
And the gun used there on the floor. It's the Reaper's in it. No denying that.
What? Really?
How do you know that? Oh, take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big white eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's a big-wig lawman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him?
Who? A big-wig lawman, is it? Who?
Anyway, Fresno Street runs along that window there. There were some street sellers just outside who had the gun shot, whatever. Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside. Yeah, they've all been taken down the yard for questioning, that's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. They all been getting a grilling.
Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves? I doubt it. The lads at the yard will just want to know what you're snooping them for, and you'll be up in the grilling and all. So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. We'll probably see them in court. Alright, now that we've talked to her, can I present this stuff to you? Will that change anything? Whoops. Didn't mean to click that. Will this change anything? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna do it just to double check to be sure. No. Alright. It looks like we're good. I don't gotta re-inspect the place, right? That's what I get for, like, not talking to her first. I should be okay. Right? I guess I'm heading outside now? Not much to do in here. Alright, let me head outside. Just kidding, I can't go outside. Big lawman. Who's a big lawman? Chief Justice? Am I bothering him? I don't think he would be the right one to talk to.